Here's the first issue I'd like to discuss. The question goes back to utilization. Why are there so many staff on this matter? Does the matter require all of these individuals? Rate versus utilization is the issue. As I said before, there is a need in many companies to focus on this, especially in litigated matters, and especially on matters that are unique. So unique transactions, emergency transactions, litigation of various kinds, where it is you have a more fluid matter. The other is, and this is something that I think is an important point to make, many in-house counsel just are hesitant to interfere with staffing. They feel that it is not their place. And by the end of the day, you end up in a problem. The total cost can really escalate, and budgetary control can drift. And by the time you get around to talking about it, you could be way down the road. So let's look at two case studies for a second. This first one was the result of a forensic study that we did on behalf of a manufacturer earlier this year. There were 122 timekeepers on this case. There was $38 million in fees. This was one case. 10% of the billing, that $3.8 million, was only on document review, and the document review was being done in-house. There was even an attorney who was charging for reading team emails at an exorbitantly high rate. What can we say about this case? It was out of control. The in-house counsel who was involved felt overwhelmed by the case, did not want to interfere, and then it fell to an in-house counsel down the road to actually try and deal with it. There was also a case like this that I experienced where an insurance company had reserved rights and then later came in and had the terrible job of having to find a way to justify paying highly inflated fees in a conflict case. So for those of you with insurance background, you'll know what I'm talking about. Second case study. In this case, very similar to the one I was talking about, there was a call that was arranged with the firm's tax specialist, but when the in-house counsel dialed in, there were two more attorneys on the call. She later received the bill for all the time chargers, and incidentally, when that in-house counsel received that bill, that's when she called our company and we began to work with her on how to avoid this. Here are some potential solutions. Some preset staffing models in budgets and clear billing guidelines that control staffing patterns can really make a difference. The other is just disallowance of charges that go beyond a core group. The whole core group concept is something that I'd be happy to get into with any of you, but it really does work. It really helps, combined with budgeting, can really have an effect on utilization. Again, please feel free for any of you who wish to ask a question or to pose a question, please use the chat function.